Hey everyone, and welcome back to Better You Forever. I'm Zahra Andalsi, and today we are diving into something that affects so many of us: perfectionism. How many times have you found yourself stuck in the cycle of thinking something has to be done perfectly, or it's not worth doing at all? It's something that's easy to fall into, whether it's at work, in relationships, or even personal projects. Perfectionism can feel like a constant pressure where we are always measuring ourselves against impossible standards. But here is the thing: chasing perfection is exhausting, and honestly, it's not realistic. So today, I want to talk to you about how we can start letting go of perfectionism and shift our focus toward progress, because progress is where real growth happens. So let's be real. Perfectionism is a trap. We set these high expectations for ourselves, thinking that everything needs to be flawless or it doesn't count. But perfectionism doesn't push us forward. It holds us back. I've seen this in my own life, where I would hesitate to even start something because I thought, what if it's not perfect? But here is a reality. Nothing is ever going to be perfect, and that's okay. The pursuit of perfection often leads us to burnout, self-doubt, and constant stress. So why do we keep chasing it? I remember when I was working on a big project, I had these high standards for myself, thinking everything had to be flawless. I kept tweaking, reworking, and fixing, and it became this never-ending cycle of feeling like it still was not good enough. And you know what? The longer I held into that mindset, the more frustrated I became. It wasn't until I realized that perfect wasn't realistic that I started to feel a sense of relief. I shifted my focus from how can I make this perfect to how can I make this better than it was yesterday. And that mindset change was a game changer. So how do we actually let go of perfectionism? Here are a few things that have worked for me and might help you too. Number 1, focus on progress, not perfection. Instead of aiming for flawless, aim for better. Think about it like this: each step forward is progress, even if it's not perfect. When you focus on progress, you are allowing yourself room to grow and learn rather than getting stuck in the pressure of being perfect. Number 2, set realistic expectations. We are often our hardest or harshest critics, expecting more from ourselves than we do from anyone else. But what if we started setting more realistic expectations? Instead of aiming for perfection, aim to do your best with the resources and time you have. It's about showing up, not showing up perfectly. Number 3, celebrate small wins. Perfectionism tends to overlook the small victories because they are focused on the final perfect outcome. But every step, every small win is progress. Celebrate those wins. They are proof that you are moving forward. And they are just as important as the big achievement. So one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself is to change your mindset from perfection to progress. Perfection isn't attainable. It's a moving target that keeps changing. But progress is something real, something you can see and feel. Each time you move forward, even just a little, you are growing. Letting go of perfection doesn't mean you are settling for less. It means you're giving yourself the space to grow into more. So I hope today's episode helps you to rethink how you approach your goals and your expectations. It's okay to let go of the need to be perfect. It's actually freeing. When you focus on progress, you are giving yourself permission to grow, to learn, and to evolve. If this episode resonated with you, go ahead and share it with someone who might be struggling with perfectionism too. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to Better You Forever for more insights on living a life that's intentional and free from unrealistic pressures. Thanks for spending this time with me, and I will see you in the next episode.